Is this PPT visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Drafting of machine component. Today we will take bearing cap, pedestal bearing cap, which you already made a model. By taking that example, we will try to create a drafting and understand how to place the annotations like GD&T, feature control frame, okay, center marks, dress up, etc. So what is our objective today? How to make drawing, annotations, feature dimensions, dimension tolerances, datum targets, center mark, cross hatch, GD&T symbols and feature control frame, surface finish symbol. So that we will discuss. Take a screenshot of this points. Is it over?
Yes, sir.
This is the drawing. I think you already made the model of this. Correct? Now here we will understand how to put this GD&T symbols. So, and then surface finish symbol, some dress up features like center marks, etc. We'll see it step by step. Okay. Now I will open the software. What is the process? First, open the model. First, I open the model. Go to the model. I just delete this all views. Press M key. That is for to enter the model. So this is the component you will see. Now here, what is the drawback? We open last component. The problem is whatever the settings we have done last time, that setting you have to apply it again. So what we need to do, go to menu, insert and preferences, not insert, directly menu, preferences, and take a drafting from it. Now you tell me fast, what are the settings? Number first, common, lettering, height is 8, line and arrow height field, okay. Length I will check is to 4. Next, arrow line, vertical alignment, leader from middle, extension line overhang, extension line angle. You have to put the angle here 0. Don't enter the any angle here. So I'm taking this 2, and okay, remaining thing is same. Then go for next step. What is the next step after line and lettering?
View.
In the view, there is again common, correct? So in that, use general. Center lines, all options are checked. What next? Hidden lines. We don't want to show any hidden lines, so you make this invisible option on. Then go to the next step. What is that? Base view. In the base view, not base view. What is the next setting? Can you tell?
Section.
Section. In the section, select the setting, and here show background will be on because this is machine component. If it is the plastic or sheet metal constant thickness component or shelled component, then you have to uncheck for that. Right now I am activating this show background on. Show cross hatch. What next after section? Dimensions, right? In the dimensions, I said the unit is in millimeter. Decimal options should be period. Next step, orientation. Here orientation will be,
Horizontal.
yes, horizontal text. Okay, so I'm taking this horizontal text. Next here, ordinate also horizontal text and stub above the stub. Next is appended text. Okay, there is a height is 8, dimension text. That is also 8, tolerance text. It is also 8. Okay, next step. What is the next? Is it over? Is there anything for annotation?
No, sir, no. Over.
Over. Okay, nothing to modify. Just click on OK now and then save this. Why I do this again? Because this is the old drawing. There that setting is not applied. Now you have to enter the drafting mode, go to the file and select here drawing. You cancel this first step. I'm going to delete this paper now. Just use delete button on. Okay. Now you have to introduce one sheet. Using new sheet option, you can enter it. Click on new sheet. It is asking you the paper again. The paper I need here A2 size. A2 size. Then click on OK. Then close this. Okay. Cancel out this. After that, the sheet introduction. What is the initial setting? Right click on this. Go to edit sheet. And first angle, third angle, you have to choose appropriately as per your drawing. What is that setting here? Okay. What is this here? This is first angle, correct? So we go to that first angle setting here. Unit system is in millimeters. Click on drawing name. What is that part name here? Part name is plumber cap. So here that you introduce sheet number 1. plumber cap 1. Click on OK. Next, save this file. Then you have to introduce the base view. The base view is which one? Top, correct? Last time you made this view. So directly I put this base view and choose here direction. Model view option top. Select this top. Scaling factor 1:1 I choose and click here. Then we need a front, but that front is a sectional front. So I select here which option from menu. View section. Simple or step. Okay. Then select the view first. After selecting the view, it is asking to place this location of section line. So I'm selecting this arc center. After that, you have to put where the top side. So just click on it. As per your mouse movement, that section line is either horizontal or vertical. Okay. So I'm clicking over here. Next. If you want to break the alignment, you just move view anywhere. The alignment of view is getting moved. So I'm putting this view properly aligned to the top view. Okay. So these two views are basically added. After that, you have to apply the dimensions. So to apply the dimensions, first I need a center. It is already there, that center mark indicated. But if that center is not displaying to you, in that situation, what to do? Suppose I'm deleting this and I want to put it again. So here is an option of center mark. Click on that center mark, then select this arc. Center mark is added. You can drag this section between down, or you can put anywhere like this by dragging properly. After that, dimensions. So select a rapid. I want vertical dimension from this axis to this point, which is 24 value. So I keep like this. After that, one more dimension is there, 78, that is in box. Select this rapid from line, vertical line or axis, we can say. So from this axis to this axis, I want horizontal dimensions. That becomes 78, but that dimension should indicate it in box. Double click on that. And put here the option basic. So this size is displayed. Next step, I think as per the requirement of proportion of view and your size of text is very large. So I can control that using menu again. Menu preferences. In the preferences, there is a drafting option. Okay, so we have to adjust the dimension text. So you go to this text, dimension text option. Instead of 8 value, I put this value to 5. Then click on apply. Okay. And update the all views now. Okay. Now I simply delete this and once again put the value of 78 from center to center distance. Now that size is reduced. Okay. but I need that size in box. Double click here. Here I change this box value. So this is the basic size. After that, next size, radius 24, but there is a tolerance and radius 48. So just select this and define here radius parameter. This is 24 and one more is 48. Okay, then select the datum identifiers here. I need the datum A and this is datum D. So to put that, select this annotation group and choose here datum feature control option on. Datum feature control. Now here, if you see, there is a leader line attached. So I want a leader. That's why I'm selecting this leader option. Otherwise, it will be simply put as a text. So I select this line and there I need to show datum A or datum B. Okay. Now I'm selecting this name. So what is written there? This is datum A. So I should type here the capital letter A and click here. Then close it. But it is too far from that location. Just drag it here. Okay. So if you see this mouse movement, automatically the alignment is get adjusted. If you move here, that stack length is added automatically. If you move mouse here, opposite side it will be added. So it will be snap accordingly the requirement. So I'm putting this A as it is right now. Okay. After that, next step, we want to show the datum D. Again, select this, give the name of that datum. This is D, and click on here using leader line. This is datum D. Next one, there is a feature control frame for that hole, and some tolerances are also there for hole. So I'm defining this size, diameter 13, diameter 13, okay, and there I need a tolerance. How much tolerance is given? 0.2. So double click on this, and in this dialog box you put the tolerance option. So there is a bilateral tolerance or unilateral tolerance indicated there. Bottom size is 0. It means there is, this is the which one, bilateral or unilateral?
Unilateral.
Unilateral. So I'm going to select unilateral system plus side only. So here is the unilateral plus, other is unilateral minus. So I want to take positive unilateral tolerance. So I'm taking this, and the tolerance value, whatever it is, you have to mention in this box. So how much that value is there? 0.2. So 0.2. You put that value, and after that it is written something there. What is written there? Through. Okay. So that through you can put it here. THRU, and then click on approach, or same middle click, enter the middle click. Okay, next step, we want to show here feature control frame. So what is the datum references for this feature control frame? There is a B and C, but still we are not indicating B and C feature control frame or datum identifiers. So B's I found it here, C is here. So let's put it for C and B datum identifier first. So using this option of datum feature symbol, I can apply the datum identifier. So I want the datum identifier here. This is the B. So let's do that. B. Okay, I need this leader line. That's why I put it here. Just select that. Click here. After B, we need one more datum identifier as a C. So type the letter C here and again select your leader. So just a minute, something is hang. So this is C. So if you move the mouse away from this location, that automatic this tagging will be created or the step will be created. See once again, deleting this and taking this option of datum feature symbol, type the letter C and selecting this line. But for that I select this leader, then take it here. Move this mouse, close. Now you can adjust this stub length by dragging. And how to adjust this total length? You can adjust it through menu option, preferences, drafting. In the drafting, you have to go with GDNT option. Just a minute.
Sir, double click on C.
No, that not I'm talking.
Stub
To change, yeah, there is a stub length. Here is the
option
style
here, sir.
actually. Where is that?
No, sir, there is option below the C.
Yeah, this is that stub length. Here, what to do? Just double click and change this value to 5 or 10. Okay. You will get that setting default also in preferences setting. You have to search it there. Okay, next step is C is created. After that, you have to show the feature control frame. So click on feature control frame option here. Feature control frame, and then select the first step. What is that first step? There are the number of steps. So I minimize the steps and go with one by one. So I'm taking this first frame. So first always we have to define the frame. So I'm defining the frame first. What the symbol we need there? I think there is a position here. So to define the position characteristic, I select this position. Next step is this is the second chamber. You find the zone descriptor phi symbol and permissible deviation also there. Let's do that. We need here zone descriptor phi. Permissible deviation is 0.5 is given. Is there any MMC symbol there? I think no. So don't put modifier here. No MMC. So just take a blank. MMC, LMC, regardless of features, and blank symbols are there. Okay. Next, after defining second chamber, we have to show it here. Third chamber. In the third chamber, there is a D return. So I'll enter the primary reference as a D. Secondary is also there, but for the primary there is no any MMC modifier. So I'm not taking any modifier for the datum. Uncheck this. After that, secondary reference is also there. This is you can take here. What is given there? B. So I'm taking B here, and after that, next step C. So these three datums identifiers or the references are put it. My geometrical torus or UDNT torus feature control frame is completed. Now you have to apply it on the exact drawing. So generally, this position symbol it should be attached to the dimensions. Always, if you see this feature control frame is regarding this 13 side, so you have to attach this frame to this. There is no any specific leader line here. So what we have to do, I choose after defining that text, I choose the leader option. Don't select any leader here because I don't need separate leader. Directly go to select the dimensions using origin option. Alignment, in the alignment you have to select everything on and simply click on this. So you will see the frame. After seeing the frame only you have to click. Then it means that when you move any dimension from it, accordingly your feature control frame is also get moved. Okay. So the size or text of this feature control frame, that also you can control from this setting. In the lettering option you can change the lettering to 4. It's very small, I take it to 6 and I close it, or you can check it from the preferences. Okay. Okay, so I think this is get disturbed, so I also align this particular view appropriately. Okay, so this is not feature control frame. Next step, there is one more feature control frame along with the dimensions, but the dimensions have specific symbol. So first indicates this symbol is counter bore diameter, then this arrow indicates counter bore depth, then this is the regular simple bolt. So this is indicating counter bore sizes. So to indicate that sizes, I go to select the dimensions. So in the dimensions, what I need here, diameter 10 symbol. So I take the diameter, select this, click here. And after clicking on that, I think it is not 13, just a minute. It is for this side, correct? So I'm taking this diameter 10 symbol, and once you put this value, double click on that diameter 10, go to this gear option, ensure that all options are on. Do not use this less option, otherwise all options you will not getting. So I'm taking this radial dimension more option. Here you have to define the other properties. So what I need there, counter bore size. Just a minute, I'll do it again. Just a minute, I'll try. I think actually there is a direct option which showing to you these options, counter bore options, counter bore and this depth that I'm searching just a minute. Okay, so what you have to do, you select the note option to indicate all details, and yeah, here is the text input. Here is that symbols. So it is not dimensions indicated here. It is written through the notes or the text. So take a note of this. This is shown with the dimensions, but this is not shown with the dimension. It is the text attached. So this is the leader with the text option. So what I will do, I select and once again that option, take a note option. So in the note, first step, so these are the different steps. First step, what we have to do, define the leader. The leader I'm taking this one, and I simply click over here. After that, next step, text input. What you have to type? I want to type there this letter 510. Okay, so I want this. I just delete everything here. First, I need this counter bore. Insert counter bore. Then next step, 5 symbol. So use the 5 symbol. Enter the value of 10. What next? 510 came up. Depth 16. So here is that depth. Insert depth. This is 16. Next step, through is written. So type there THRU. Once you define that, click over here and close. Now again the text size you can control by double clicking and go to this setting options. So in the settings, I reduce this text size to 6. Okay, and I'm taking this option here. It's in the above steps. I think not there. Fine. So this is what the text is created. It is similar kind of this. Here is also at center they are added. So I repeat this step what I done. Go to this note, select this note, first step, leader, define this leader line first. Leader I want it on this diameter circle. Next, text input. So in the text input, we have to add the symbol step by step. First step is add a counter bore symbol. Counter bore. Then what is written? Next step, 510. So use the 5 symbol. Then type the letter, type the number 10. After that, depth 16. So use the depth. This is 16 again. Next, 56. 5, 6, 5, 6, and next step is 2. THRU. THRU, and then you go to this settings option, and here is the settings we can control. So I want to show here this type. You can see that. I want to write like this, or text alignment you can control with this option. Okay, now we want to show the text height. Go to the setting, text height I am taking to 6. Then close, select this. then close. So remember that this is not a dimension shown, it is shown dimension but with a text type format. Okay, so insert mode for this. After that there is a GDNT feature control frame again. So easily you can put that now. You select this feature control frame. In the feature control frame, first check, do you want leader now as per your drawing? Is it required a leader for this frame? Does I require leader line here?
No.
No. So because it is attached to the dimension. Already dimension have leader line. So what to do? You use this. Don't use this leader line. Directly go to the frame. First define the frame. So these are the number of options here. First characteristic we have to choose appropriately. We want to show here which characteristic perpendicularity. So I'm taking perpendicularity symbol. So there are frame types are also available, composite as well as single frame. So I'm taking single frame. In the single frame option, first chamber is defined, second chamber is shown the zone descriptor phi. So take this phi symbol. After that, next step shown permissible deviation, how much it is 0.04. The next step is primary reference. What is primary reference here? It is A. So that I defined. I don't need secondary reference. So you take the blank option here. Also here take the blank option. So only 3 chambers are there and you want to attach that on the dimension. So how to attach? Just see. Just try to move a mouse on this dimension. Once you get a dotted frame along with that dimensions, then you have to click on that. Then it is attached to particular dimension. Otherwise it will be added as a text. So if you click over here, then it is added as a text. So there is no leader line, it is not even added to the dimension. Okay, so don't try to click away from your dimensions area or leader line directly. If you put anywhere, then it is treated as a simple note. Okay, next step here, the text size you can control. Go to this X symbol, and I think I've taken the last time. This is what 6 value. Close. Now when you move this dimension, along with that feature control frame is also get moved. Next step, this is 39 dimension shown, but this is a bilateral. To show that tolerances, select this rapid dimension, and in the rapid dimensions you see here horizontal dimensions from this center point to this center point. Just click on yes, it is 39. It's 39. I simply move this B over here. I delete this once again. I put that value B later. I apply the step length here. Okay. Now close. Now here I need to show bilateral tolerance. Double click on this. Then select here tolerance type option. So we want here bilateral, plus and minus. And what is that tolerance given? Plus minus 0 point. If you observe this drawing have a specific mistake. There is shown comma, but there should not be a comma, it should be a dot. Okay, so plus minus 0.05 you have to define 0.05. So here you take the plus minus option and then close. can put that value here. Okay, so this is what the tolerance method. Next step. So finish this GD&T data identifier and feature control frame. The next step I'm going to show you how to show only hatch portion. Okay, suppose you have put it only front view. Currently the section line if you create it, there is automatically coming the hatching portion. But suppose if you create with the front view now, so I'm taking this projection view of it, projected view. So I put this projected view here. Now you want to show there is a hatching, but that is totally wrong method. If you want to show a manually hatch portion, select this cross hatch option. Click on that cross hatch and then select this close boundary and then apply. So this is the manual hatching. But in this method, the view is not correctly cleared from this, because if you see these two views completely, there are big differences. What is that? That hatching is not complete here, but it is hatching shown a complete object. Even though internal holes details is not showing clearly, but here in this first sectional view, you see the internal detail holes. Okay, so I'm going to delete this. Suppose when to use this particular cross hatch. Suppose you want to create any manual symbol. In that time only, you have to select this cross hatch. So what to do now? I'm selecting the sketch first. Suppose I want to create any symbol here. So this is what the specific circle I create, and there I create a line. Okay, so this is what the line is get created like this. Just a minute, it's not correct. Okay, now we want to show here cross hatch. Okay, suppose one more dividation line I'm creating like this. I don't want to snap the center point, then remember that uncheck the snapping option. Now there is no any confusion to it. Okay, now we have to show here hatching portion. Just click on this cross hatch, select this closed circle. Now this hatch is created. Even though for this closed circle, click on apply. So here that option close region or boundary circle curves, that you have to select appropriately. After that, you can see that this is completed. Go to this finish sketch now. Now this is that specific symbol if you want to create, then this is the sketch directly given. So that method of drawing is called manual drawing, or you simply say interactive drawing. So when to use this method, if you want to create any specific symbol in it, then only you have to use the sketches. Okay, so I'm going to delete this now. So I close this. Okay, the next one. Similarly, if you don't want to show any hatch portion, but you want to create a solid portion, area fill command is there. So instead of hatching, the entire area will get filled. So that is not recommended right now. Okay. The next one, if you want to insert any specific company logo, then just like the Siemens, you go to this option, which is this image. Click on this image, and you have to browse or open the company logo from it. Whatever the picture we have, you have to browse it from it and just click on OK. Then this such kind of logo will be inserted in your drawing area. Okay, if you want to show any watermark like that, also you can do it with this option, image. Okay, next step. The next step is the datum target. Have you understood first what I tell you? Maximum portion the last time we are finished. What is that? How to place this datum identifier, how to place the tolerances, and how to place this kind of node and GD&T feature control frame. Okay, understood this? So all options are available here. Next, I'm going to talk regarding the datum identifier, or sorry, datum target. So what is datum target? Suppose we have object like this, and there is a cylindrical pin in it. Okay, this kind of pin is there. And we want to raise this kind of object on surface plate. So here is the surface plate. This is your surface plate. On that surface plate, we have to raise the component. Is it possible to raise such a component? Is it possible to raise this object on the surface plate? Can anyone tell this? This is the box object. This has specific length, width, and there is also one height. There is a height. I want to raise such a component on this surface plate over this area. I want to contact this area. Then is it possible to rest it appropriately? For inspection purpose, I need this.
Yes, sir.
Is it possible to rest? Practically, diagrammatically it is fine, but practically, yes or no?
No, sir.
Yes.
Why no? Because of imbalance, correct? There is a maximum mass over here, less mass over here, and that creates imbalancing while inspection. Okay, so in that situation, what need to do? I want to take this contacting surface instead of this contacting surface. Vedana suggests this contacting surface. This is your contact surface. This is your contact surface. Then if this is also contact surface, is it possible to rest on this surface now? If you rest here, then what is the problem? It will create imbalance. Then it will rest it here. Is it possible to rest? To avoid the imbalance, what is my recommendation? Rest the component on this flat surface, on this surface. But is it possible to rest direct this surface over this surface? This is the surface plate. It is totally flat, and I want to contact this flat area on this surface plate flat area.
No. No.
No. Why? Because of height of pin. Because of this height of cylinder. Correct? Now, if I reverse or invert this object and try to rest this flat surface over here, then it is possible. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So your datum will be this in this situation. What to do in that situation? You have to invert this object and try to rest this top surface over here. But as per my process requirement, there is a machining contact area. So this is my reference purpose. So what is need to be done? I'm not taking this contact surface, I'm taking this contact surface. In this situation, what we need to do? What we have to do? You cannot directly contact this surface on this surface plate. In that situation, you do some management here. What is that? You create one cylindrical pin here. Similar kind of this pin, you create one cylindrical pin. Here also attach one pin. And over that pin only, the object is completely rest. So there are two pins. One pin is also there in the back side at center. Okay, this is the contacting surface of pin. So what I done here, I insert one imaginary. I insert here three important pins for the resting purpose. Then what will be happen over that three pins? So if you see the top view, you will see the top view. One pin is located here, second pin is located here, and third pin is at the back side. So thus these three pins I rest it over here, and over that three pins I rest the component. Okay, so that is your target, datum target. When to use datum target? If a complete datum surface is not feasible to get, in that situation we apply some pins, we insert some pins, and over the surface area of the pin your entire object is get rest, because it is impractical to directly touch this surface on the surface plate. In that situation I increase the datum simulator height. So generally what is this surface plate? Surface plate is nothing but your datum simulator. Okay, but this datum simulator and this flat surface is unable to contact. That's why I increase or height of the surface area using this pin option. Okay, so I put the pins here, three pins here, three pins here. Three pins here. Okay, like this, 1, 2, 3, and on that surface of pin area, your object is rested. So that we call as a datum target. Here, so that datum target is generally shown with datum target is suppose this one circular area. It's shown as circular pins. That's why the cross section of that datum target will be always shown as a circle. This is first pin. This is second pin. Let's rub this area. Just that. Okay. There is one more pin here. And third pin, not necessarily all diameters become same. It can be the different diameters also. As per your contacting area, the diameters can be varied. So these are three pins. If you see from the top view, you see this location of three pins like this, and there is a hatch area. This is your contacting surface. So from these three pins, one plane is passed. This imaginary plane is passed here. From this pin number 1, pin number 2, and pin number 3. And the back side, we can assume that 3 number pin is this. So from these three pins, one imaginary datum plane is passed. Right? So now this is first pin, this is second pin. That we have to define the datum target. Okay, suppose this is your datum, let's say this is the B, but that B is not important to me from manufacturing point of view. Now I need this datum. I need this datum, and that is, let's say, A. Then A is divided into three parts. Number 1, 2, 3 pins. So in that situation, how to indicate the datum target? Let's see. We apply one arrow like this and draw a circle here called as a balloon. And in that balloon, divide that balloon two parts. And here you have to write A1 because this is pin number 1. Then this is the, you have to write A2. This is the arrow. Then divide this. This is A2. And here you have to write A3. So in your drawing, you have to indicate such a datum targets. When to indicate datum target? If you don't get a flat complete surface in that situation. This is A3. This is A3. Okay. So this diameter symbol you have to indicate. This is 5. This is the pin diameter. How much pin you have taken, number 1, for the datum target. That diameter you have to define. Let's say it is a 25. First pin diameter is 25. Second pin diameter is 15. And third pin is 20. So using these 3 pins, I can rest component on that pin directly. So that we call as the datum target. But from these 3 pins, your entire datum A is simulated. Okay. So in that situation, how to put that in the drawing? That we'll see. Suppose you want to introduce datum D is this. It is shown clearly datum D, but it is impractical to simulate. What we have to do now to simulate that, we have to indicate the 3. Just a minute, please close. Something error is there. Just a minute. I will open this. Oh, everything is lost. I think everything is lost because I'm not stored the data anything. Okay. I will show you in this example. Go to this menu, sorry, app file, then application, there you select the drafting. Paper size A2, okay. Close out this, cancel this, base view, front view I'm taking. Okay. Now suppose here you have to consider the datum. In that situation, what to do? We rest here 3 pins. So use the circle to indicate datum target location. Number first, number second, and number third. This is my target location of datum. Okay. Now we apply finish option and indicate their datum target symbol. This symbol is like this. Okay. Let's do that using this option, datum target. So this is not any drawing or features in my model. It is just manufacturing requirement or process requirement, you can say. Okay. So what we will do here, we have to type here circular because that datum's targets or the pins are circular. That's why it is taking circular. If it's a square pin, then use this square symbol. So I need here circular option. The next step, do you want leader? If you see this drawing here, it shows the leader line. Here it shows the leader line. So you want leader here. So you take this leader and click on this. Okay. And that I'm considering this datum A number 1. Datum A number 1. What is the diameter of that pin I considered here? It is 25. So that you have to type. This is 25. Okay, and then go to the setting. Your diameter of the balloon is very small. You go to the settings and select the diameter, balloon diameter. Instead of 12, I take it to 25. Enter. It is more bigger, and then click on it. This is A1 525. But how to identify this is the datum target or any specific hole there? That's why we have to show here crosshatch portion. Select this crosshatch for this circle. Okay, now select that. Oh, just a minute. Crosshatch for boundary. This boundary. Apply. Here again boundary curves. Select this. Apply. Again boundary curves. Apply. Cancel. Finish this. Now again apply the datum target second number. And considering this is second number pin, so you have to type here. First select the leader. Take this leader. Then this is A again. Don't take B because from the three pins only one datum is get passing. Okay, only A, B or whatever that name is that. Different names don't put it. So this is again A, and this name is number 2 pin. Diameter is 20. Okay. Now this balloon size is very small, so go to the setting here and take the balloon. Diameter is, let's say it is 25. Enter. Close. Click here. Okay, similarly here. Select this leader. This is now A3. That diameter is 15. This is the manufacturing arrangement. Okay, because it is not possible to raise this particular surface. So this is, I'm considering the datum A. But this is your datum A. Stub length. Where is that? Your style. This is I'm taking it. Okay. So to simulate this datum A using practical, we can't directly generate the simulation over here on this surface, but it is not practical to raise the surface on this because of this height. In that situation, I do this kind of arrangement, and on that surface of pins, we can raise the component. Clear? So that is the need of datum targets. Clear? Is it clear to you? So now you take a note. There are total 3 kind of datum targets. Remaining parts we will complete in next class. You take a note now. Day number 10. Types of datum targets. Types of datum target. Types of datum target. Number 1. Area datum. Second number, point datum. And third number, line datum. These are the 3 types of datum target. Now whatever we learned today, that is related to, can you tell which type you have learned today? This type is comes under which category? We are learn one from this. Can you tell which datum we are learn? Hello?
Point datum.
No,
Area data.
Point datum.
no point. It is area because see, if we create any pin, the pin have a contacting region. Correct? This kind of pin have a circular giving the top view. Okay, and in that pin you will see the area completely, and on that area your component is get rested. That's why this target will be called as area datum target, not point. Okay, so there is arrangement of circular pin to raise the component. Why such arrangement? Because some situation the complete flat surface you don't get to rest over the surface plate. Then we arrange this kind of situation using the pins that we call the area datum. Okay, generally this is applicable for machining component, sheet metal component, or plastic component. There will get area to rest. Somewhere area you will get it for the resting purpose. Okay, so what are the applications of this area datum? First, sheet metal. In sheet metal part. Second, steel component. Third, plastic part. Plastic component. These are the different applications.
सर रेस्टिंग पॅड साठी काय येईल एरिया येईल ना
Resting pad is a feature. Resting pad I'm not talking. I'm talking about datum simulator pins. You know that mandrel machine part. Mandrel देखा है कि mandrel?
हा येस
अजून
For example, Excel, sir.
huh?
Excel.
No, that is not actually machine component. So this is the specific gauge. Okay. So this is the pin is created separately for the datum target identification purpose. This is not a machine component or any mechanical component. Okay. So this is, you can say, a similar kind of mandrel. Mandrel. Okay. So you know the surface plate, right?
Yeah.
Surface plate सबने देखा है. Surface plate.
yes sir yes
Just a minute, I try to show if it is there some images. Surface plate. So these are the surface plates. These have flat area. Okay, and this area is considered 0, 0 reference. Now just see the mandrel. चल गया mandrel datum simulator. we can see this image. This is the cylindrical part. Right?
मॅन्टल लेथ मधलं म्हणताय ना तुम्ही?
हा लेथ मध्ये जे असतात तसे सिलेंड्रिकल, पण त्याच्यापेक्षा क्वालिटी त्याची जास्त असते.
ओके.
इन्स्पेक्शन वापरले जातात. Surface plate, we can rest the component if the surface is flat, and for cylindrical surfaces resting, mandrel is get used like this. So if you see this component here, there is an ID now, and there is a contacting surface, but that is not flat; it is a circular. So in that situation, we put the mandrel there, and over that mandrel, I insert the component for the inspection purpose, right? So such a things are there. There's a similar kind of mandrel, and just you attach a very small pin as a mandrel and put it there, and then you will get the area datum. Okay, so application is sheet metal component. Second one is sheet component, and third one is plastic component. These are the applications. Now what about point datum? That I will tell in the next class. Whenever the area is not there, it's impractical to make the area or to get the contacting area, and that decision point is used. Application of point datum I will tell in the next class. We generally use in forged and casted components wherever the surface is very rough. Okay. So what is the symbol of this area datum? This is the symbol. We need to create one circle as a balloon. Circle is divided in two parts with some arrows. This is the symbol of area datum. If you don't write anything here, it means that your now datum is a point datum. The meaning of point datum we will discuss in next class. If you don't write any here diameter symbol over, then this same symbol is considered as a point datum. And if it is area datum, it is compulsory to write that pi symbol and give the diameter of your pin. This 520 means the diameter of this pin is 20. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now our intention is not to study the theory part in it, how to just apply. That is our main objective. It is that because the in GD&T, if I know there is no specific syllabus for this identification of datum targets. Okay, that's why I'm telling in more detail. You may learn this GD&T datum features and datum identifiers as well, but this is the new to you. What is that? But in almost maximum in process drawing, you will see these symbols there. Okay, so these symbols clear you the question related to where to rest the components if I want to take this datum as a surface. It means that you have to insert 3 pins, one pin here, one pin here, one pin in the back side, and then rest the component over that pin. That is the meaning. Clear? Let us stop now. So now in the lab today, you just try to finish the same drawing along with the GD&T feature control frame and this symbol. Almost maximum you are done well. You already put it in use. Then the remaining